All right, so this one kind of snuck up on me. Grounded 2 is going to come out in about 5 days. It says 5 days, the 29th, technically 6 days from now, but who cares? By the time you're seeing it, definitely 5 days. Grounded 2 is going to come out. I played the heck out of the first one with my friend. You can see in here I got 50 hours gameplay on that one. It was a good time. It was a tough time, and I can't wait to do it again. And I guess it's coming out here soon. It sounds like they're going to be releasing it in early access again. I need to stop that because it's got copyright music in there. But it's going to be a early access thing again. I was reading through the discussion threads earlier, and people were like, "When is it going to come out? When's it going to come out?" And they're like, "Well, it's going to be early access for 2 years again. That's what's going to happen." So if that's the case, it's the case. I want to go in here and look at some of the trailers that have come out. So the main trailer Can't Play has got copyright music and all that. You can go check it out wherever you want. But look, I want to see the early access story trailer. So this is what this is. Let's go.
And we're rolling. Take 52.
So apparently this one's happening in a park now instead of in the backyard. You're going to get to see like a much bigger area is what I've heard.
This is Sloan Beaumont speaking. Yes, from the commercials. Ominous spokesperson, chief strategy officer, and you know what, I'm just going to say it. Friend. Listen, I was given the chance to run a massive clandestine research project out of
so many things. I want to like pause every 5 seconds, but I know that's annoying to watch. But like there's so many like little things in here.
at the local park. And the work that we are doing is, how do I say this without saying it? It's scary.
Yeah?
I shouldn't say it's scary. Our team is doing it new Ominid style, baby. So, no leaks. No
Okay.
teens. Just calm, cool science. We've heard your requests, and we are proud to announce that we are so close on so many exciting developments.
What? Okay, that's pretty cool. So now you can tame the bugs? Is that what that was? Is that like an incubator? Is that what that thing is? That's nice.
It hasn't been easy. Yes, the fatality rate for our employees seems bad, but you know, if you do compare it to other city parks.
Was that okay? That's a new fly. I hate the flying creatures. They're the worst, especially the what the hell were they? The mosquitoes. They're the worst early on. I'll probably be. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Miniaturization research programs. It's really not, you know. Forget
No?
this. Can we? Maybe we don't use that. But we're ominous. We're strong. We're normal. It's going to be amazing. Okay, when you see where this whole thing is headed, you are gonna smile and shake your head and think, I can't believe she did it. Or we did it.
Is that a scorpion? I was looking for like new creatures. There's a lot of the same creatures. Just now you can ride them. He's riding an orb weaver right there. That's pretty cool. But that looks like a scorpion. That's cool.
You'll be so proud
And that's like a grasshopper or something?
to have been there from the beginning.
Oh, that's a mantis, right? Yeah.
You might even, you know, feel something.
That's cool, man. Oh, Burgle's coming back. Nice. Yeah, looking great, dude. Looking great. There was another video that I wanted to see. There's a bunch of little things in here that I was like, I wanted to pause and look at. Let me go back just a bit here. Let me mute it so it's not so jarring. Yeah, I heard the kids were older. They definitely look a little bit older. Let me see. A lot of the same bugs there. These shots here. So that's big. Yeah, it's in a park now instead of the backyard. Okay, got the podium, speakers, little garden area. Probably gonna have to work really hard to get there. I wonder why you're shrunk again. Like, are you like chosen to go stop these people for whatever experiments they're doing now? Yeah, in the caves and stuff. Yeah, stealing the eggs and then grabbing them to make mounts and stuff. That looks so cool. That looks like so much fun. It's like taking like an arc turn almost. Like you tame the animals and help. I didn't notice that before. What is that? That's like a big caterpillar thing. It's got all those like infested almost spikes on it. That's crazy. And this is up in the tree. Like usually like there were like little spiders and stuff up in the tree, but there was never like full on fucking monsters. That's cool. The building's always pretty cool. I'm not a great builder, so I don't really get into all that. I've heard that there's roaches. Is this a roach? Because it kind of looks like a stink bug. Let me roll it back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, from here, it kind of looks like a stink bug, but I'm guessing it could be a roach. I don't know what this is, a mole rat skull or something? That's scary. Yeah, and then the mantis. Yeah, looks cool, looks cool. All right, there's one more that I wanted to watch.
Grounded 2 plans to bring a more story-rich, mechanically deep experience, alongside quality-of-life improvements and the inclusion of new features, one of which much requested by the community, all aiming to propel Grounded 2 as a sequel bigger, better, and more fun than its predecessor. In this feature, we'll outline 10 of the biggest differences between the two Grounded games. The sequel's world is much larger. Grounded 2 features the same 4 teenagers originally shrunken in Grounded 1, yet the time frame has progressed a few years to 1992. They're a little older and wiser, capable of dealing with more large-scale threats. As it happens, for this sequel they've been miniaturized again, but in a world much vaster than the predecessor's backyard.
Alright, I want to go, I'm going to mute it so it doesn't audio glitch, but okay, that spider... That's the wolf spider, right? So that's not new. That's the orb weaver. That's not new. That's the mantis. That is new. That one will be cool. All right, let's keep going.
Predecessor's backyard, taking place in Brook
Is that the roach? That looks like a roach. Yeah, the legs. That's new.
Hollow Park. The game's larger surface area has allowed the game to incorporate distinct biomes.
The scorpion, the butterfly, is that what that is? That's not a butterfly. What was it? It's not a dragonfly either. What kind of bug is that?
Subterranean insect networks, toxic wastelands, frozen wonderlands, courtesy of an upturned ice cream truck, for instance.
Whoa. I remember there was the hot land. There was like the desert, right? That was the thing. I'm trying to remember what other unique biomes there were. There really weren't a whole lot. So having a cold one, that's pretty cool.
Meaning there's plenty more variety in the environments for players to discover. The buggy system. Grounded's passionate community has been requesting this feature above all else, the ability to mount and ride bugs. It is perhaps because of this widespread request that the sequel has come to fruition in the first place, as the original game's backyard setting plus the technical limitations of the Xbox One meant that bug riding was never viable.
That is the biggest load of crap that I've ever heard. Bug riding is not viable because the Xbox One was so limited. I'll have you know that Arc worked just fine on the Xbox. That's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. The biggest excuse in the world. Whatever. If that's why we're getting a second one, then fine. But that's a piss poor excuse. Bullshit.
The game toyed with the idea, but for those reasons couldn't get it to work. Now, with a vast, technically complex world to explore, how better for players to get around than atop their very own bugs, dubbed lovingly as buggies in-game. Riding bugs.
And it looked like bugs and the things you can do. Okay, it's going to go into it. It looked like you could like actually use them to harvest things too.
And the things you can do. First and foremost, mounting bugs within the sequel's buggy system is the principal way to get about. Skittering across the dirt at a rapid pace provides an obvious quality of life benefit, as well as oodles of fun, of course. But riding your trusty insect steed is more than just getting from point A to point B in as short as time as possible. Mounts are also useful in battle. They're integral to resource gathering, and they provide essential extra hands when it comes to building bases. Grounded 2 has cleverly weaved bug riding into every facet of survival too, and based on gameplay provided thus far, we can further outline 2 distinct bugs which you'll be able to ride from the beginning of Grounded 2's early access period, the Red Ant Soldier and Orb Weaver Spider.
Yeah, I hope there's more than that. I hope you get to ride like the stink bugs or maybe even like a wolf spider. I like every bug I think should be tameable to some extent, except for like maybe like boss bugs, obviously, but like if you're going to fight it, a flying bug, a flying mount, riding a mosquito, That would be cool. Yeah, they should definitely do something like that.
Red Ant Soldier. Each of Grounded 2's buggies has unique abilities and specializations. Some are better in combat situations, others more attuned to crafting and building. The Red Ant Soldier can zip along at breakneck pace, but it also possesses a more stately gathering mode to automatically collect resources. What's more, the Red Ant Soldier can assign a pair of worker ants to follow you about, to assist with resource gathering and, if the need arises, combat. Ants are specialists in battle, but a trio of insects plus yourself, dismounted and fighting alongside, should be able to deal with any medium-sized threat you encounter throughout Bracala Park. Orb Weaver Spider. Whilst the Orb Weaver Spider doesn't fulfill a utilitarian purpose as much as the Red Ant Soldiers, they're fantastic in combat, intimidating, agile, rapid-fire heavy hitters with a selection of combat-focused special abilities and attacks. First, they can scream.
Well, that's like the ladybug thing, right? The roar? That's cool. Oh, a ladybug. That would be a cool thing to ride, like a damn tank.
So loud, in fact, is their scream that it can stun lesser-powered enemy insects. They can also shoot webs that'll entangle enemies in sticky nets to temporarily.
That's cool, dude. Using it as a bridge to get around. That's cool. I hope it doesn't, like, if it's on like a timer or something, it'd be cool if it was permanent.
Rarely immobilize them. Their only downside is they're relatively weak defensively, but once their nimbleness is mastered, we expect this won't prove to be a problem. Zip lines won't feature, at least to begin with. Now, in order to find the best implementations of all of these new features we've already highlighted so far, and some we're yet to discuss, Grounded 2 opted to take some of the original Grounded's features away. This way, new elements like the buggy system have room to breathe and evolve based on community feedback.
Yeah, the zip lines are cool. I mean, that was the principal way to get around before. Now that you have the bugs, I guess you just put a limit on the zip line, because before it didn't really seem like there was a limit. If you could see it, you could go to it. And so I think like just putting like a distance limit on it would be fine.
One such feature that'll be missing in Grounded 2's early access period are zip lines. They won't be missing forever, mind you. They'll turn up eventually, but they'll be embedded seamlessly to coexist with the fresh traversal mechanics newly established and iterated upon. New creatures. It's expected numerous new bugs and critters will be appearing in this sequel. So whilst Grounded 2 has confirmed caterpillars, snails, scorpion, and
caterpillars, snails, scorpions,
blue butterflies, there are quite a few more spottable in Grounded 2's deep dive video, some new, some returning. Praying mantises appear to be a roaming presence in the sequel. Mosquitoes appear more prevalent too, alongside the park's more waterlogged sections. Cockroaches will stalk toxic garbage-covered wastelands as well.
Nice. Can you kill the crow? Because I saw the crow feathers everywhere. Can you kill the crow? That's what we need to know.
Layered combat strategy and new battle mechanics. For this sequel, Grounded 2 has iterated on Grounded 1's combat by adding new layers. So far, however, this mostly seems to center on making bug opponents tougher to defeat. Rejigged attack and defense stats plus tweaked speeds aren't the only steps Grounded 2 is taking though. The blend of light and heavy attacks plus blocking, which players of the first game are so attuned to, is being extended more comprehensively to an enemy bugs toolset.
Is he dual wielding right there? Hold on. Gotta mute again. Let it keep rolling just a little bit more. Boom. He is dual wielding right there. Okay. That could be interesting. I was thinking too, while I was saying that, like, if we're fighting these big bugs and stuff, hopefully they don't make it to where you have to tame a bug to be able to beat it. I think it'd make it easier, obviously, and that's cool. But there should still be a way to solo it. And I'm sure people will figure it out. But that's what I would want to try to do, is try to solo the bugs without putting my tames at risk. Yeah.
Is being extended more comprehensively to an enemy bugs toolset. Grounded 2 players do have a new combat technique in their arsenal though, a dedicated dodge. Useful for dashing out of danger, or indeed swiftly striking into a close attack, the dodge mechanic has been retrofitted into Grounded's combat mechanics seamlessly for this sequel. A word of warning though is that bug enemies are also being given the ability to dodge, so keep that in mind.
Well, that's good, because before all you had was the parry, right? That was it. You could just block, parry, and that was really it. So now you've got like a quick dodge. That could be fun. Having the bugs with the ability to do it. I read somewhere that the cockroaches can block too, so that seems cool.
Clearer player archetypes. Embellishing the planned multi-layered combat strategy further in Grounded 2 are more clearly defined playstyles, achievable for players through overhauled mutations. Grounded 1 had mutations, of course, but for the sequel there won't only be passive mutations, but active mutations governing fighting styles, survival skills, exploration and combat ability, etc. as well, with combinations thereof fostering more distinct player archetypes. Low defense, high attack rogues, ranged specialists, tank-like marauders, effect-laden mages, it's really all possible here and more in Grounded 2.
What the hell is a mage? You're going to have magic in this game now? I hope they don't add magic. That's a little too much scope creep for me. What I would like to see with the characters, though, is having each character not only being able to customize your mutations more, but having like specific characters that do different things. Like the blonde kid is obviously a nerd, so like having him like more intellect based abilities, or having the black kid be like more athletic, more agility, like things like that, like having them specialized into whatever like things. So like you have to pick that character to have access to even more exaggerated mutations. Like that would be cool.
Furthermore, Grounded 2 has the opportunity to push the mutation system to concoct super distinct archetypes. Specifically, Grounded 2 mentions an assassin type build, nimbleness via light armor, yet dual poison dagger wielding a supreme backstab attack, plus extra stamina to support multiple dodges. New Omni tool encapsulates streamlined inventory. Grounded 2's quality of life improvements extend to its refined inventory management too, and nothing encapsulates this better than the new Omni tool.
The what? Oh, I heard about this. It's all in one, right?
Ostensibly a 4-in-1, the Omni tool combines an axe, hammer, shovel, and wrench into one multi-purpose utility designed to save vital inventory space. This isn't a combat item, but for exploration, scavenging, harvesting, crafting, and building, your bases are covered with the Omni tool in your backpack.
That's cool. So you don't have to have 4 different tools on you at all the times. You can just have one that you can use to gather a bunch of stuff. That's good.
So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below.
I think it's great. I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. The first one is super hard, even on normal. Like that final boss battle was horribly hard. So hopefully they take it easy on us this time. But I think having the mounts would probably make it easier. Then again, because mounts are in the game, you're probably going to need them to win. So I don't know. I'm getting excited. It's only a couple of days away. Me and my friend Trey are definitely going to play this. So look forward to seeing some of that.